I've got 3 starter motors off Volvo plant equipment, like a digger or something. I'll find out what it is before. And I've got to make 12, try and get a good one out of, or get as many good ones out of the 3 I can. So we'll see what happens. Okay, starter number 1, let's see what happens. So it's just a bit slow. It's dead now. Yeah, that's sharp. Okay, so that's needs cleaning out. What do you reckon? Brushes need cleaning. Commutator. That's what I'm thinking with that one. Okay, number 2. Nothing then on that one. Just the solenoid's working okay. And so do you reckon it's solenoid contacts not working, or the brushes are dirty and too short, or whatever? So it could be either 2. I changed my opinion of number 2 because when I was picking it up, the wire, this wire's warm, negative, and this was warm as well slightly, so I think we've got a short circuit inside. Plus when I was starting it, when I was trying it, I could hear a noise over the other side of the room where the battery's connected to the cables, so I think it's got a dead short on that one, to be honest. Right, number 3, are we ready? Oh! Oh! That tells me that it's a holding coil that's not working, because what it's doing, it's energizing with both the coils, the pulling coil and the holding coil. Then when it's fully engaged, the pulling coil disengages and lets the holding coil take over and just sit there idle, so it doesn't burn out this coil, the 2 coils. But if the holding coil is not working, then it will engage. Then obviously there's no holding coil to hold it there, so it will come back and then do the whole cycle again and judder. So that's that problem. Yeah, I'm certain it's that. So now we're going to measure the resistance of the field cord the solenoid windings. There's 2 coils inside here, the pulling coil and the holding coil. So if we measure across there and there, this should give us 0.5 according to the meter, and then if we measure across there and to the earth, this should give us 1 ohm, 1.1 ohm according to the meter. I'll show you what I mean. This is across this is on the lowest setting, which is 200 ohms. This is across the, oh, come on you bugger. That's the pulling coil, and this is the holding coil, and the pulling coil uses more power, so it's a lower reading. So this is the number 2 starter motor. This is one I thought had a knackered holding coil, so this should work as normal. 0.6 or 0.5. Oh, look how warm that's getting. That's red hot. I'm not sure it's right. No, this is shorted out. This is shorted out, so that has been getting warm, look. So definitely the starter motor is shorted out, but this is 0.5, 0.6, 0.5. So that's normal for the pulling coil. This is the holding coil. Yeah, so 1 point, yeah, so that's perfect. Right, this is number 3 starter motor. So if I'm wrong, then I'm feel an idiot. So this should be 0.5. Yeah. Okay, so this one should be open circuit. Yes! I was right. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, so the holding coil's not working, which is why I was flipping back in and out all the time. So if this starter motor's okay, then we could probably put another solenoid on it and get it working again. Oh my sh... This is a bit corroded, I can't get it out. The sleeving's not letting me, that insulation on there is not letting me get it off very easily. Oh, come on off. And here we go. Doesn't sound very good. Oh, we've got a bearing on the back. Oh, I bet that's the same size as a roller skate. Can't even read it at the minute. It smells horrible. And it looks rusty as a bugger, and the brushes, the brush holders bent. Oh dear, the whole thing's come apart now. So make sure there's nothing's falling out. Oh dear, dear. So that's the bottom end. That looks a bit dirty, doesn't it? Rusty. Will it pop out? Oh no, it won't do, will it? Got to push it this way. Brushes are all stuck in. That's normal nowadays, isn't it, for us? And the armature, not too bad. Bearing on there, not too bad. Back end bearing Well, I don't know. We'll see what the rest of them look like. This one's number 2, and this is the one that was shorted out. It does smell a bit wanky. So it's rotating. That'll come off better. Oh, it smells a bit funny. And oh yeah, look. Brush has fallen off. There's the brush. Best save that in case we can repair it, he says. And the spring has gone missing, and it has been shorting out inside. Look, yeah, that one's been bent over. So the next one, hopefully with the bad solenoid, should have a good motor on it. Can't see any damage there. Right, this is number 3 start motor that had a knackered solenoid, but it did still spin. So what I'm going to do is I'm put number 1 solenoid onto here and see if it actually, we'll go and test it out and see if it works alright. Here we are again then. Solenoid, start motor 3 with solenoid number 1. So this is the start motor we'll repair then. Clean up. Pull the drive out to make that plunger move so you can get the solenoid off. Looking good, both through bolts are nice and loose. Oh, I might have to pull the whole lot off together, risk damaging the field coil. So I'll take the bottom off. Look how nice that is. That bearing's perfect, isn't it? And when we don't, we even need to take the armature out. It looks perfect as well. That bearing, yeah, I don't think it's alright. Let's see if we can strip this down as well, haven't we? Might as well while we're here. It's moving already, I think. Here we go. Try and pull the fork out at the same time, so remember which way around it goes. Oh, what's stopping it? Oh, everything's falling apart. Be careful. Like that's there. With a spring on it. 2 springs. Oh, there's like a... Suppose we can undo that. Yeah. See if we can undo them 2 screws. Yeah, there's like 2 screws there holding in this shaft, I think. So take this off, and it's got a little circlip under there, look. So let's look at that off. And the shaft just dropped inside. So well, there you go, look. Nothing on the other side. Look on there. So I'm not stripping it down any further because I can grease it from here. You can pull this shaft out if you want to. It's got a small washer on top, and this thing under here, this pulls out, look, so you can grease that as well. But if you, the only reason why you take it out any further is to get to the bearing to change that, and we don't need to do it, we just need to grease it up down here as well. Put a bit of grease down here. Plenty of grease on there. It's because I've had 4 cans of lager, so you always put too much grease on one. You've had too much lager, don't you? Okay, so we're all greased up. I've got this back in with the 2 springs, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some black temperature silicone around the outside of here to seal this up, because it is a plant operating machine. Yeah, best go and paraffin wash this bit first, really, isn't it? Because it's covered in crap. So we're all ready to go, greased up. Gasket it up, and I've forgotten where it goes again. It's over here, isn't it? Oh, it's this way round. Where's that bolt gone to? Here it is. Oh, it's going in. So let's get the other bit in before the glue dries, because it's going to go off and I'm going to have to move it again otherwise. See what I mean? Next thing is to push this, if you go underneath and push that up, then you can put that there, and you can push this on here, but you need to put some grease on as well. Why is that not going on? It clips in this time. Grease on there. I've got the circler pin now. So oh, I've got a spoon thing. Look. Oh, not too much. Look. I'll put the cap on. So put the cap on now. I bet all the grease will squeeze outside. Not all bothered. No, it's not. So put the screws in now. Oh God, I'm cold. It's 5 degrees out here. I might put some Loctite in there. Well, I put some Loctite on, and it's not very professional, is it? Not for the next bloke who's got to undo the bloody screws. Right, clean up the armature now in the lathe. Just using a bit of emery cloth. Sorry, not emery cloth, Scotch-Brite. You can use emery cloth if it's got big grooves in it. Scotch-Brite's enough. So next job is to put the armature into the bracket, driving bracket. See if it goes in. I'm not going to put no glue on it or anything. Now I'm going to bang it with my hand, and it's gone in. Look at that. You can hear the grease mixing around with the gears, which is very nice. So okay, I'm going to go inside and have a tea break. And have a, what the hell, and have a beer, and we'll come back out. It's only 8 o'clock at night. Okay, I'm going to try and get the body on now, work out which way it goes. Where's the indents? There's an indent there. Oh my lord, this is going to be complicated. It should go on somehow, shouldn't it? But I'll come back in a second. Right, I've put some more gasket glue on the bottom of there, and I've worked out this should be roughly over here. There's the holes there. There's a 3-bolt hole. If you go the other side, you're not going to make the... We've got to spread the brushes out over the bearing first, and then we're going to the com next, which is a bit more difficult because it wants to fight you. So do one at a time. Probably get a screwdriver. Where's that screwdriver gone to? And then the fill coil will strip down onto the bracket. One at a time. It'll go in the end. There you go. Blow any dust off you've created, and this should hopefully be sat in the right place. Screw this bolt in, and it is actually screwing into the threads, so we are in the right place. So let's go with the next bit, put the cap on. Okay, we need to seal this up as well, so put some gasket glue around here as well. All tightened down, got 2 screws in there and the bolts in there. Got to clean that up really. Best really get this old solenoid with the broken holding coil stripped down because it was off the brand new motor. So if we can get this working, then we've got a brand new solenoid. You've got to take this off because of that. Look, stops this coming out. Oh, look at that, strange. And there's a spring there, look. So what we need to do now, we'll make a bracket that will, you can screw 2 screws in there, and then you can put the plunger down there, and that will push this solenoid apart. And here's one I made earlier, and I've got this one can fit a lot of different solenoids. That one's a big Bosch one. That one I think is the 0331, a 303 solenoid. That one might be as well, and it's bent, so I probably redid it over here. So we're quite lucky this one's already fits. Normally you have to be careful not to go too far with the screw into the solenoid because there's a copper coil under there and it's not protected sometimes. But this one's actually solid whole steel, stops on the steel bottom. So, but yeah, normally check and don't get the screws too deep. But this one here should go about 1.5 nuts. Should be enough space to make these solid. So if you're going to strip the solenoid down, you're probably better off taking the solder off first and trying to release the wires, because when this does split apart it can jiggle about and break the wires off. It's a gamble. So I would heat the soldering up with the soldering iron obviously, and then just grab this, and as you just flick it away like that real quick, and the solder should fly out and it goes all over the floor. But I'm in the house anyway, so it doesn't matter. Here she goes. Get her nice and warm though. Right then, I'm going to flick it round. Oh yes, look at that. Can you see that? Most of that's come out, and I'll just do the wire now. Free it off a bit if we can. Yeah, there you go. It's moving. Just bend it round a bit so it's in the middle. That should do. Same again this side. Both holes cleared out, look, and the wires are wobbly. So we can now, oh, that was not too bad. Now proceed with pressing the cap off. So what I need to do now is get a socket that sits in the bottom on the solenoid, but not on the actual plunger in the middle. Make sure it sits on the outside of there. This one's a bit of a weird one, and that socket will fit on the flat bit there in the middle. Okay, so now place your plate on top of there, put your screws in. Pop your extension bar in to the socket. So what we're going to do now, look, we're going to put this end in the vise at the front, and then we're going to have these two, well, I'm not going to use these two because they're too big, one either side at the back in the vise at the back. So when you crush it together, this will push against there, and the only way for anything to move is for this to pop off. Can you see what's going on? So when I press it, when I tighten this vise down, it'll start separating the solenoid. Let's get you a close up on the cap. Oh, she's going, I can feel it. There it goes. Oh, it's a good job I took the wires off because it twisted as it come off. Whoa! Right, there's the cap. Looks quite newish, but not too bad. This has come off twisted, so I can push that back in. But this, oh, I see. Yes, here's the wires broken off. Let's see if we can focus it on. The wire's broken off for the holding coil, which I said it should be that bit, isn't it? It's welded onto there, look, onto the earth. There's your coil inside. So we've got to attach that wire back onto here. Ow! That looks new, that does. Well, newish. So you can at this stage, if you wanted to rewind the coil, you could take it out, take that tape off, unwind it, and wind the wires back on as they come off. I'm not doing that because I'm not brave enough, and they've got no need to anyway. Right, so first job now is to get this surface back flat again. So we're going to hit it with a tiny round hammer to get it flat again. Go around it like that. And it's a Sunday night, so I'm not really happy about doing it, but we're going to have to get it done. Also, these indents need knocking out before we can get the cap in properly. Oh, it did fit in. There you go, look, fits in. You'd best just give this a wire wheel. So this is a good design. Look at this there, look, can you see it? It's got a circlip on it, rather than being, you can't take it off. So if you took that circlip off, all you've got to do is turn that plate round and you've got a brand new surface. So if it was worn out badly, you could do that. So and also there's supposed to be a spring goes in there, and it must have fell off. I found it on the floor, so make sure you got that spring on. Oh, you could dirty. So as you can see, this is the solenoid I've just stripped that down, and oh Does that make any better? But you can see this, the wire has come off, look. It's come off. So what I'm going to do, I've cleaned it up with my nail repair kit that I bought off eBay because I've turned it a bit like that. I've cleaned all the varnish off, and so it's good to go. So I'm going to get some flux on there and stick it down, press it down, put some flux on and use a bit of solder, because that's copper to copper, so that will be alright, better. But you can actually solder onto the tin. I've soldered onto the tin before, but we're going to use copper to copper. But I don't really need to do this because I've got some spare bodies outside, so we're going to strip another one down tomorrow. So since we're not really too bothered about this part anymore, might as well have a look, see if we can repair this wire out a bit longer. Oh, it's like Christmas, isn't it? Come on. Oh, it looks like the pulling coils on the outside. It's thicker wire, look. And this one comes down here. See if we can get a bit, wrap it round once, then we can pull it back through, get a better connection. Oh yeah, there we go. Loads more wire, look, so we can wrap it straight onto the thing. It's quite good. We'll have to put it into the insulator. Well, it doesn't really matter because it's going to the earth anyway, but we'll have to hook it into the side here. There you go. So that's it's going to be better repair, isn't it? And we're going to have to put the tape back on, or pull this up a bit tighter as well. There you go, pull it a bit tighter. So we'll snip that off there, and then we can solder it on a little better. We've not lost a lot of metal, have we? So next, apply some flux onto there. Look, I've got to press record, and leave it on there. Let it get nice and warm. Oh dear, it's not a very big soldering iron, is it? I don't think it's a bad soldering job there, really, do you? It's stuck there, look. It's stuck there. We've got loads of solder down here, so I'm going to have to cut this off, and then we'll grind off any excess material in the morning. It's the best solution I can think of. And then we'll measure the resistance readings. Okay, here we are doing the resistance readings. So this should be a higher reading across here. Oh, this is the two pulling coils. Sorry, a higher reading, I meant a lower reading. 0.6 of an ohm. And across the earth should be a lower, a higher, 1.2. It's about double. So you can see that this uses less. The holding coil uses less power than the pulling coil, which is what I was on about earlier on. I'm going to strip the other two solenoids down because I know this has been fixed, sort of thing, but it's not perfect, is it? I'd rather use a good one. Right, we're going to flick it now. Solder's all gone, I hope. And loosen the wires, heat it up again, Get the wires off the side. As before, put the socket into there, screw this onto there, pop that into the socket, put two equal lengths bits of wood there to support it. Get your socket in level. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to tighten the vise up there. I'll see if it'll pop out nicely. Oh, here we go. That one looks like it's got a bit hot, doesn't it? This was number one, and I think this is just, it wasn't shorting out, but it wasn't doing very good. This is solenoid number 2. So here's the 3 solenoids, 1, 2, 3. Number 1 was, the motor was knackered. Number 2, the motor was shorting out. Number 3, the motor, this has gone there. Look, is it in focus? This wire is broken off, so we can't really use that one because I've got to grind it off, and it's going to look a bit crap. I don't really want to send it out bodged up like that, so we're going to use one of these solenoids off here, but one is fried, I think. Both don't look very good. Number 2 solenoid contact is not as good as number 3, but number 1 solenoid looks virtually brand new, look. So I'll be using this cap and this contact for sure, brand new. And in fact we'll probably use this coil because this one's, oh, is it this one that looks knackered? Oh god, yeah, it doesn't look very good, does it? So we could use this coil. I'll have a close inspection. Yeah, well, the 2 solenoids coils are burnt out, look. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it just there, look? Melted. That one's melted. This one's melted in the same place. But the one I've soldered is okay. Look, you see that? That's okay. So this is one we're going to have to use in the end. So I'm going to have to go outside in the garage now and get that, flatten that bit off, and then on the solenoid cap there's actually some, I've got to make this bit bigger, but this is actually rubber. You see that, looks? So I'm going to have to just cut a bit of that away, so because it's not fitting on flat to this where I've soldered it. But if I take that edge off there with a grinder or file, then hopefully it'll sit flat. Okay, so I've ground it down. Sort of a bodged job really, isn't it? So we're ready to go. So this side here with the wires welded down wants to go to this screw there, look. I'm just going to put a little dabble of this glue on this gasket to hold it in place because it keeps falling out as I'm trying to put it in place. Okay, so make sure you've got this in these grooves here. This is an indent there that goes into this groove on here, so then you're good to go. I've glued this in, look. One wire this side, 2 wire that side. The other wire is connected down to here, to earth. Oh, that's over there. What are you doing? Oh, it's not going down. Well, I've just tried putting the vise so I can bang the edges over, but this moving around because it's sat on the actual the brass there, so we need to put some spacers on either side. Okay, so I've gripped it with a bit of wood, and that's bitten into the brass, so it's gripped onto the steel now. So what we're going to do now is going to bash this down a bit, nice and gently. This may take a while. Keep it at a low angle so you don't damage the cap. So now we've got to move it round to the other side. Every solenoid is different, so you just got to learn. But they've all got two wires on them. Right, so we're going to measure the plunger first. So just measure resistance, put it on resistance, the lowest setting. Well, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Put it across them two there, and push your finger in there, and there you go. That's working. Oh, I'm running out of solder, look. I've only got a little clump there, let me hand, look. See if I can do it. Oh no, I'm not going to do it now. Right then. Use my electronic solder. Come on. Here we go. Oh no, I'm not doing a very good job tonight, am I? No, I'm not doing a very good job tonight. Okay, we're getting there now. Okay, don't want to put too much heat on. Okay, that'll do. Okay, so I've got this solenoid done, so I'm going to measure across the pulling coil. That should be so we need 0.6 across these two things here. Yeah, that's 0.5. That's enough for me. 0.6. Back to this one. See what's going on. 0.6. Okay, so now I'll go down to the earth, which is the holding coil. 1.2 I thought it was. Okay, so that's okay. What? Yeah. Okay, 1.2. I'll just get a better. Okay, so they're all right, really. Oh, sorry about that. Oh gosh, this cheap lager. They're all right, really. They melted the plastic, but you can get away with it, really. To be honest, if you're stuck in the desert, you would use them, wouldn't you? So I'm also going to apply some gasket glue around the outside there to waterproof it, because it's not a very good seal, really. So these are all cleaned up, and what goes in now is spring, plunger, and then that round to there, and then the screw. We'll try and test the pulling coil. I don't think this is going to have enough power to do it. No. I should be able to help it along. Yes, it does actually pull in. And the holding coil, if I put this onto the earth somewhere, where have we got an earth? There. And it does hold in. Oh, it's broke it, look. Okay, so I've greased up the ender, and you want this this bit to the outside with no wires going to it. So to get this onto here, you can't get it on unless you pull this out, which pushes the lever that way. And there it's in now. So I meant to say the spade connector to the outside. Can't get it wrong anyway, really, can it? Does that look right? Is it that way? All wired up and ready to go. As per before, we're just going to put it on there. We should put it on there first and then bring it back to here. That sounds nice, doesn't it? Okay, thanks for watching.